Alrighty. This report, and this is, I just want to point out, both of these reports, these are from London news sources. Both of these reports are London news sources, as I have been getting listeners from different parts of the globe, and they've been sending me material. It has been very interesting to listen and read news reports from other parts of the world, and they're talking about Halle Berry and the so-called multiracial child, and they're talking about Rihanna, and they're talking about Beyonce in blackface and skin bleaching creams. They're talking about all the same entertainment, foolishness that we are, which is very interesting. And just shows, how much that entertainment, that is one of the big guns of racist man and racist woman. Anyway, the title for this report, My Fair Lady. Blonde bombshell Beyonce shows off her lighter side. And this was on February 18th. February 18th, this was reported. And this is from the dailymail.co.uk. Dailymail.co.uk. Beyonce Knowles would have to go to some lengths to avoid being recognized, but she almost managed it while shopping in Hollywood this week, thanks to a new, fairer look. I just want to pause again for emphasis every time. I hope every time that I have requested that people not use that term and made a stink about that term being used, I hope people are getting a clearer understanding of what is incorrect about that term, why it is a total act of racism to associate this term with justice, reasonableness, correctness. I'll just read some of the definitions again. Now, to say, in accordance, fair, an adjective, in accordance with rules or standards, legitimate. Now, I want to take that. They got legitimate. So let's read this sentence now with the word legitimate instead of fair. My legitimate lady. Okay, I'm just replacing the term fair. Beyonce almost managed to look unrecognizable or to be unrecognizable while shopping in Hollywood this week, thanks to a new, more legitimate look. Let's see. I want to get some of the other definitions of fair and see what they are. Let's see here. I'm looking through beautiful, attractive, fine. Let's see. Light. Light without color. Okay. Let's see. We'll snatch some of the different definitions and put those in here. Let's see. Okay, we'll look at some of the different definitions and put those in as well. So we got lighter, white, beautiful. I'll just go up and read one more here. Different definitions. So we'll substitute fair this time for bright and beautiful. So the Beyonce Knowles, while shopping in Hollywood this week, thanks to a new, brighter, more beautiful, lighter look. And that is not just her newly bleach-blonde hair. The 29-year-old singer's skin also looked much lighter than usual as she showed off her long, bare legs in a pair of 635-pound jade suede daffodil heels by Christian Louboutin. They make sure to really emphasize this, exorbitant clothing that she had, I guess, which is, I would say, Dr. Cambon, subtle suicide, giving white people all of your money to compensate for how bad they've made you feel to have to whiten your skin and then blackface and all the other foolishness where they've degraded you. Then, you try and go and buy all this stuff to medicate from how bad they've made us feel. At any rate, I digress. The article continues, it may have been a trick of the light. However, as one expert claimed, the fairer tone was unlikely to be the result of Miss Knowles, whose father Matthew is African American and whose mother Tina is mixed race, bleaching her skin. So, okay, they're saying that they think it's unlikely that she was bleaching her skin, and they consult the same dermatologist. So, I don't know. It seems it's inconclusive. I think when I've referenced this story, I've said allegations of skin bleaching because it seems that people are not for sure, what's going on. But I mean, given that we are in a system of white supremacy, given the treatment of black entertainers, particularly black females, at least for this moment, if you want to think about Monique and Precious, if you want to think about, whomever, Halle Berry and her career, Paula Patton, Gabrielle Union, whomever, Hattie McDaniel, if you just want to think about the treatment of black females, even Michelle Obama, being mistreated and having people talk about her and her whole family the way that they do, just total degradation of the black female. We talked about Rihanna at the All-Star game, and they've got her up half dressed and throwing off clothes left and right during the performance, and then she's got that video now with the S&M, just total degradation of the black female. And as Pam and I discussed, I would not be surprised at all if this was a part of her contract to, hey, you can't be in the sun a whole lot. We don't want you getting dark. We want light complexion, as light as fair as fair. If you go and you look at some of these reports, it will really stick out the number of times that they're saying fair. And it's really difficult. Are they saying fair because of association with white? Are they saying fair to imply beauty? Is it both? In my opinion, both. It's every one of these definitions that they got here for fair. They are all implied. They are all connected in the system of white supremacy. Fair meaning in accordance with rules or standards, legitimate. Fair meaning light, without color, blonde, white. Fair meaning fine. Fair meaning beautiful and attractive. White people are very aware of those associations, and if you look at those reports, it will really stick out. And the sickness of racism, white supremacy, it'll be. I hope for at least people listening to this program, it will be very apparent. This word is very incorrect, and you really should pay attention. That word, for me, when I hear white people, particularly Tim Wise and Terry Kelleher and these folks saying that they are about so-called social justice and that they're anti-racist, and then they're saying fair left and right. Oh, yeah, we just want to treat everybody fair. It really is, to me, it's Dr. Wellsman. It's their racism seeping through, even subconsciously. I think Dr. Dana Carney, she said, I'm going to contact her about coming back on the program and see if that would fit her theory. Not that I need white validation. Make sure, get that clean. Not that I'm looking for white validation, but I think it would fit. Even if she disagreed, I think I would be able to use the logic that she has put together from her work to support what I'm saying. I think white people saying fair that are doing this work, I think it could be their racism consciously, subconsciously, maybe even they're doing it consciously, who knows, but seeping through when they're in an environment where they're trying to pretend or to trick people into believing that they are not racist, them saying things like that, yeah, I want to treat everybody fair, is their racism seeping out subconsciously, because that's something that they might not even be caught on it. It's something that most non-white people don't really know the significance, or that's not something that they would pay attention to. So they would never even get caught on it. They could just do that and no worries. I will I will put that on my to-do list. I'll contact Dr. Carney and see if we can get her back on the program, because I think that could be accurate. At least the logic is sounding correct right now. Okay. I want to jump and see if I can get to as many articles as I can, and then I will hit the phone lines once we recap. I have some sound clips that I want to play after I finish with the articles, so I will see if I can move in a timely manner. Last Beyonce article, this is now getting to the blackface. I wanted to make sure we set that up properly. So Beyonce, we had just been talking about her allegations of skin bleaching, Sammy Sosa and all this ugliness. I think there was a Jamaican artist as well who just was in the news for bleaching his skin, and that was, the big thing at the beginning of last week. And then the beginning of this week, now we got Beyonce in blackface. It's just like,